What's up everybody, Colin here for Techout, and today we're going to be doing a final review of my iPhone 17e, which I just sold on eBay. I picked this thing up a couple months ago. I think it was towards the beginning of June, if I remember correctly. And I was using this exclusively as a work device for my day job, just to keep my work number and my personal number and the apps that I use for work separate, just to kind of be able to put it aside on my days off and not have to, intermix the two, which was fine. But I found out that, I kind of do enjoy being able to have easier communication with my work stuff and people at work when I'm off, because I would tend to leave this phone behind and somebody would try to get in touch with me to ask me a quick question. And, I would get back to them like 3 or 4 hours later because this phone would be sitting on my nightstand. That's not why I, decided to get rid of this device or switch my work number over to my regular iPhone 17 Pro Max or my iPhone Air as my secondary SIM. The reason is actually because I was on eBay and I picked up something which we will be talking about here in a minute. But that will be coming soon in a video, hopefully in the next few days. But I had been toying with the idea of getting the Galaxy Fold 8, the regular wide one, the new form factor. I had been thinking about it very heavily. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to wait for the iPhone Fold to come out or if I wanted to get the Samsung and try the new form factor. So I was considering purchasing one on Amazon, and they sold out and weren't shipping until like October. And then Samsung sold out. And then Best Buy sold out and I was kind of stuck. So what I did was I went on eBay and I was actually able to find a brand new sealed package unlocked Samsung Galaxy Fold 8 for around $1,700, which I think was about $199 off, $200 off the regular retail price. People are already selling them a little bit discounted. Not sure why. I'm guessing they probably traded something in and got it a little bit cheaper, and then they're kind of making a couple bucks by reselling it without, opening it or anything like that. So this is not an unboxing of the iPhone 17e because I've been using it for the past few months, but I just wanted to give my quick final thoughts on this device before I package it up and ship it off to the new owner. This phone has been a great phone. It's had great battery life. Like I said, I've been using it for work, so it was only running a few apps. It wasn't loaded down with any social media or anything like that. It just had my work email, my work phone number, and a few work apps that we use for our sales. So that's what I was running on. I was running the beta on it just because I like iOS 27 better than iOS 26. So I did put the beta on this phone on day one. And it's been great. I mean, I haven't had any issues with it. Battery life has been great with the few apps I was running and the low usage it had per day because I wasn't constantly doing all my work on this device. It was just sending a few messages here and there, and then sending a few messages via the work apps here and there, and using the camera for work. But other than that, it was just in my pocket. So I could realistically get 2 or 3 days of use out of this device without charging it whatsoever. I mean, I could get home after a day's work and have the battery at, 85, 90%. So I really didn't need to charge it. In those couple months, I only put 19 cycles on this battery. From June till August 15th, 19 cycles on the battery. So that just shows you how much I was using it. And I would charge it every day, every night still. So those 19 cycles just came from it charging, 10 to 15% per night. So very good phone. I actually, when I started this job last year, I was actually using the iPhone 16e. I had picked one of those up shortly after it came out for the same purpose and used that for a while. And same thing with that. The only thing I like about the iPhone 17e better is the fact that it has MagSafe, because I do have a MagSafe charger on my desk at work. So I was able to put the phone right there, prop it up on my desk where I could see any notifications or messages that came through right here on my phone, without having to pull it in and out of my pocket. So that was very nice. But like I said, I don't use it enough to justify having a separate device. So I went ahead and just added that second work SIM to my iPhone 17 Pro Max. And I still have my iPhone Air as well. And this was kind of to offset the cost of purchasing the Galaxy Z Fold 8. I do plan on most likely selling the Z Fold 8 when the iPhone comes out, but I will also be trading in my iPhone 17 Pro Max for the iPhone Fold. So that will hopefully offset a lot of the cost of the iPhone Fold. It really just depends on what the starting price is going to be. If they're going to start it around $1,899 or $2,400 in that region. But I just wanted to give a final update here on this. I'm Colin with Techout. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and have a great day.